Hello and welcome again to Steve's Long Stay Workshop. Having put the Costa aside, I'm sorry Chris, but I've got to come back to that. I'd said that I've got a number of jobs outstanding as a result of spending so much time on that, and this is one of those. I'd said that I wanted something simple after that, so this is it. This is I'm told the Fidelity, although it doesn't say Fidelity anywhere on this. It's a suitcase record player. Doesn't have an auto-tune system at all in this, by the way. Just the speaker to a mechanism, that's it, which is there. With these, by the way, always remember, please, when you're not using it, put it into neutral. That keeps the idler inside away from the turntable, so it doesn't get a dent anywhere in it. So we switch on. Now the fact that we've got to wait for it to come through and make a signal proves to me straight away that this is valve operated. And so now we wait and we see what it does, if anything. And straight away I know that it wants smoothing capacitors. That's because of the hum. That's what causes it. Bit of press on the pot, and there's some life in the pickup, which is rare actually, but this one does seem to be doing something, so we'll see. So with all that in mind, it's going. A good bit of torque there actually, but you know, I'll check that as well. And so we get a record, put the record on, and see what it sounds like. Now, this tells me also that maybe that cartridge is on its way, but for the moment we can work with it. And Andy Williams says, okay, but maybe just a small bit slow, I don't know. Always with sets like this, do a quick check first and see where you're starting from. So for this one, therefore, most of the part we need to clean that pot up inside, give it the whole thing a clean, change the smoothing capacitors, which are really in a big can, find out what they are, get the replacements, unfit them, and then from that, of course, take it from there. And if need be, fit a cartridge. That's all there is to it with these, and of course give it a clean as well. Like I said, I'm told this is Fidelity. I'm not sure exactly what it is because it doesn't see on it anywhere, so I'm completely working blind. Now in this case, when you're working blind, with clearly going to be one valve wonder here, what you need, if you can't get the information of the unit, is a valve data book, data on the valves, and that will tell you just about all you need to know. So let's do it, let's get on with it and see what it does, if anything. Well, it does a lot obviously, but we'll see. Also, by the way, I'm inclined to do something about this cable as well, because if you've not got a transformer inside it, or even if it has with that cable, this stuff isn't very good because it, one way around, of course, the thing could be live. Doesn't appear to be, but we'll check that as well and change if I consider it necessary, which depends on whether I keep this one. I'll pass it on to a new owner. I've got somebody in mind for this actually, but it depends. So first thing we do, turn it round so it's facing me like so. That's down, and what else? Hang on, that's not. That should turn round to that. Okay, fair enough. We'll come to that. So first thing we'll do, take it apart and have a little look on the inside of it and find out what it is and what's going on and what bits we're likely to need. Not very much with this actually. These are fairly simple. This one came in as a cheap freebie, but these were very cheap back in the day. But having said that, one thing I would say about them is that they don't have a lot to go wrong with them, so it's sometimes cheap can work in your favour. It depends where it's cheap and where the pennies have been saved. By the way, Andy, I looked at your diagram again for that JVC, and as soon as you want to, well, I'll have a good look at that with you, okay? So, that'll work, don't worry. By the way, that JVC is like the Costco there, it doesn't seem to get VHF. Funny how things turn out that way, isn't it? Anyway, with those off, we should then be able to get the thing out of its case, I think. If not, I'll have to look further and find out. Hopefully, without hurting my fingers again in the process. Obviously, the ones under these need to come out as well, which again we can do. So lid on, lid together, turn it over, and hopefully from that we can hang on, is it? Oh, the turntable's coming off. That's something that will. The turntable can come off. There we are. We can tell that the drive wheel is okay. That needs to clean, obviously. I'll put these in here for now. With any record deck, by the way, Andy would say this, and he's told me enough times: clean, 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 and clean. That really is all you need to know. See, 25, 33, and off. Okay, that's how that works. Okay. And the other thing is here, so I have to now look and find out how it comes apart. Again, without the manual, we're somewhat shooting in the wind here, but we'll do our best as always. Right, now this, like I said, is a very simple circuit. It's what's known as a one valve wonder in the trade. Yes, I know there's two valves before you'll spot that, but technically it's one valve wonder. That is a rectifier valve. It's a U185 halfway rectification. That is what causes the humming, the smoothing capacitor there. This is what's causing all the hard work. The amplifier circuit is here, going up here to the pickup, and of course that is where it goes to the valve there. So that's how that works. Now, as regards the plug connections, yeah. First of all, we go on neutral, and neutral goes here, and then here, which goes to most of it doubles as a transformer on this as well, by the way, for the heaters, and back, of course, to here. Also, there's a valve here. This goes to the valve heaters, probably, I think. Yeah. So the valve heaters go to the transformer. So the transformer doubles as the valve heaters. Again, it's a very simple circuit. This. UL84, a simple AF amplifier circuit. Voltage is on the anode and the second grid, cathode down to deck, and there aren't any capacitors in this apart from that one. Seriously, there aren't. It's that simple. And the three resistors, I'll check while I'm here. It goes to deck, it goes to there. It's goes to there. $400 ohms, that's possibly. That is, I think, is something like 130 ohms. So that might be okay at 150. We'll just check and see, because I noticed it isn't actually a tolerance band on that, so 20%, and it's a 145, so that's okay. And I think that is it? No, there's another one there as well, which should be about a K, I think. I think it should be a K, 10K, looking at that, 10K. And that's okay as well, it's 10K exactly. So the transistors, sorry, the resistors are okay on this. I'll leave them for now. So now we need a spray of volume pop, which I can do right now. 3 capacitors for this. One of them might well be the one of them, of course, feeds the Hg through to the anode of this valve. Then it comes back and then feeds to the second grid as well. And the other one, I think, will be a capacitive the cathode capacitor as well. So that's how that works. So really, all we need to do under here now is change that as well. So I'll get the components, then we'll get them changed over, and we'll see if that horrible buzz goes away. While I'm here, by the way, I'll take the motor out, give it a clean inside there as well, and this will then probably be about ready to go for the next 20 years. The thing, yes, it's a cheap circuit, a very cheap circuit in fact, but despite that it works extremely well. There's nothing to it, really isn't. You know, not even any capacitors on the 8-volt transformer here. There's nothing that can cause it a problem. So there you are, a simple 4-speed. Well, do you remember a film called Clockwork Orange? Malcolm McDowell referred to these as picnic plays, didn't he, with the 2 girls in the record shop. That's what these are in effect. It's a simple, put a record on and play it. You know, this one, we play a girls one, doesn't matter the colour. They came in different colours, and they did, I must say. Well, again, as regards who made it, looking behind here, I do not have a clue. I don't have a clue at all. As for the date on it, again, I don't seem to be able to see one. So yeah, I'll leave that in place, by the way, for appearance's sake, and put the new caps underneath, or possibly take it out. I've not decided yet. With the radio, I'll leave that in place and put the caps underneath, so that will still be in place when looking at the back. But with this, you won't need to do that, obviously. So yeah, you'll be okay with that. Also with this, I noticed that there's no holes in the bottom for the valves. These holes here are obviously where the heat comes out, and that is the valve that creates the heat, although they both do. The speaker, obviously okay. So yeah, let's get the parts and let's get this thing sorted. Right, well, there wasn't a lot wrong with this. The 3 capacitors were in one of those cans, which are very common in the vintage radio world. That went, and in its place went 3 electrolytics. 2 of them were for the power, and 1 of them was for the cathode. So, like I said, very simple circuit, half-wave rectifier, UA85, and the UL84 on the single valve side. Like I said, these were known in the trade as 1 valve wonders, and there's not a lot to go wrong with them. This one in particular, because there's no auto change either. By the way, if you want to know about auto changes, then Andy's a place to go, because he knows a lot more about those than I do. So anything like that, go to Andy's channel, Vintage Electronics Repair, and he'll tell you everything you need to know. But the caps are in place, and now we test it. Now I'm hoping that this record doesn't get me a copyright strike, because it's stuff that is rather old, shall we say. It's Richard Tabor. Now, Richard Tabor was the first man to record it onto record, so it's interesting, shall we say, for that reason. But he was a German, but he came to Britain, and he came to Britain to get away from the Nazis, and became a fully fledged Englishman, and was accepted by the country for that reason, among others. And the main reason he was accepted was his voice, which was for the time fantastic. Him and Mario Lanza were the two, you know. Unfortunately, the recording techniques weren't brilliant, but we can at least have a listen, which is what I'm going to do now. So, without any other ado, let's have Richard Tabor, shall we? Because he's an excellent singer, and he's a very good performer as well on stage, or was in his time. So here he is, Richard Tabor. This is Steve Pendlebury on the vintage. It's Steve Pendlebury and Steve's Vintage Repair Workshop, of course, Longstay Workshop, saying goodbye till next time. Thanks for listening, and keep fixing radios. Bye bye.